Good morning. I forgot my coffee. I'll be right back. I made it on my. Oh no, something fell. Be right back. I'm sorry. It's early. We need coffee. And I'll probably find that drill bit that just fell with my foot later. My son found it in behind a cube thing in his room, which I lost when I was putting up. I have voice. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Good morning. And by the way, I didn't get back to you last night after you said bummer because my older son stopped by to get a gaming headset. And then when he got home, he lives a few minutes from us, he was so excited he started sending me little short videos. And I was showing my husband. Well, while I was showing my husband's like, why don't I have one? I said, well, I ordered two because I got him with a coupon, an associate coupon. And good morning, Sylvia. Good morning, Sherry. Good to see you guys. So I told him, I said, I will look for another coupon tomorrow because it was 50% off. And that's why I got two, because they were $15 each. I mean, a nice gaming headset, can't pass that up. And they break. Eventually they break. And I saw my older son's was on its last ear, I think is what he said. But then my husband, when I'm showing these little shorts that our son's sending us, he says, why didn't I get one? I said, I didn't know you needed one. Mine's in there being held together by duct tape. I said, how would I know that? So then me being a good wife I am, instead of waiting till today, I did it yesterday. I looked through, and the way the coupons are set up, it doesn't tell you what the product is. You have to click on every one to see what it is. And it repeats. And it's a very long process. That's why I haven't shared any with you guys. Plus, they don't have very many. When it comes to crafting, they don't have very many coupons. I found like gaming chairs and rugs and some baby stuff. Good morning, Melissa. I have a headache this morning, so we're going to decide what to do here in just a little bit. Hopefully that Tylenol kicks in. Maybe the coffee will help. Thank you for sharing the links, ladies. Sylvia, is it you that's doing it? Did I see Melissa? I was busy talking. I'm sorry. Which reminds me, I had a list. Where did I it's a mess over here. I was sewing yesterday, which is probably why I have a headache. My list is over there. We're going to do this again. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I am so sorry. I am just all kinds of not ready today, but I can talk to you. My mic will reach over there. Okay. I don't like how this is sitting so well right now. Can we go higher? Not much. Okay. All right. There's Melissa. Thank you. I do see Melissa now. I got lost in the links. And Coleen has created a link for Nightbot to share Sylvia's link. Yes, I have. Exclamation iPad. It's also pinned to the top comment, which my comments aren't on right. Let me fix that for us real quick, and I'll explain that. Try to get all the housework out of the way. Let's see. At the beginning. Sylvia says she paid the rent. And Melissa said, and guess who almost forgot to pay the rent? Pay the rent means thumbs up, please. And thank you. Thank you, ladies. Good morning, Dee Dee, at my big tidy up. Oh, and I will tell you a new thing YouTube's doing in case you haven't seen it. On cell phones, if you're watching a creator, down at the comments, I think Deborah told me the comments scrolled, but I did it. It was above my comments for me when I looked at the. Give me a second. When I looked at the screen, I had a line above the comments that I could scroll through, but Deborah said it was on this. Yes, don't forget. LOL. Yes. Everybody say good morning. They have a new thing for smaller creators. It's called Hype. And I watched the video, but I didn't pay attention to the whole video. I was sharing it. Deborah said that you can do 3 a day. I trust Deborah. I trust that she heard it. So you can hype 3 creators a day. They have to have under 500,000 subscribers. And I guess it's just random. I saw it on Melissa's. And so, of course, I have Melissa and I saw it on Dee Dee's. Dee Dee saw it on mine. And I was like, what? I've never seen it. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, that may have been a little too loud. The hype button costs you nothing. I should share their video on the community page so you guys can all see what it says. The hype button costs you nothing. It gives points, I think, is the gist. And creators get more views. Like my video yesterday that would usually get like 20, 30 views the first day, got 112. Now that's nice, except it's good to get out there because the more you get out there, the more chances that people who are in your genre will see you. But I don't think any of these people were. So when I was watching that number, it didn't help my watch time. It didn't help my subscribers. And I was like, over 100 views. Yay. And it dropped my watch time average on our analytics. It went down from like 7 to 3. So it's a give and take here on YouTube. Sylvia says she can't hype or get hyped. That will change one day. And I will hype you. Have you met Sylvia? I don't know which way I'm pointing. Met Sylvia. Our friend Sylvia is having her 70th birthday next year and her 50th wedding anniversary. And we're doing a crowdfunding trying to get her money raised to either get a refurbished or a new iPad because she's on a 2nd gen dinosaur, I think is what Melissa called it. Absolutely dinosaur. You know, when tech gets that old, it makes it very, very difficult. And she does YouTube on that thing. If you haven't given a thumbs up to Sylvia, she deserves it just for that. I ain't lying. Oh, Miss Dee Dee, I saw that you said something. I was busy talking. I usually click it before I even say anything. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, everyone, for the thumbs up. Yes, Dee Dee says, yes, she's right. It is a limit of 3 times because I tried to do it more than that, and it told me I had reached my limit. Bad YouTube. Did I get to 3? I went searching Sylvia's stuff because I wanted to so badly for her. I think I did too. It's just an easy, free way to help content creators that you enjoy and so other people can find them. I don't know what Deborah did, but Melissa says thank you so much. So I'm going to say thank you so much too. I need to stop jerking my head back and forth. Melissa said, Dee Dee, that's great that you do that. I had one gal who used to always leave the same comment, cut and paste on everyone's videos. That wasn't a lot of help. The hype seems to really help. It did. It seemed to for me, at least for views. And, you know, it's one step at a time. I have to keep reminding myself that. And my girlfriends have to keep reminding me of that because YouTube can be discouraging. Deborah says she hyped me, so I guess I can get hyped. Yay! That makes me so happy. I am a professional. Said no one ever to me or about me. Thank you. Yes. I am so happy. Yep, Dee Dee tried to hype another channel and it told me no more until tomorrow. No more for you. Okay. The really nice thing about the hype button, though, is that it helps small creators get to their watch hours faster. Every little bit helps. Yes, Melissa said that. Yes, every little bit helps. And it's steps. Like right now, it may have gotten me views, but the views go to more views, which can go to subscriptions, which can go to watch hours, which, that's how we get paid here on YouTube, is we get our watch hours, our subscribers, and then they give us some pennies to rub together and pray and wish and, all that. I've went off. It is a big help. And I was surprised. I haven't gotten that many views on a block of the month, I think, or maybe any upload in the first 24 hours. So that was really cool. Oh, look to see if I could find out how many times I was hyped. And it said, go look in your analytics at your weekly recap, and it will tell you. It was right. It sure does tell you there. Oh, it does. Thank you, Dee Dee. We're learning some tech stuff. I'm working on getting rid of this headache so I can do other stuff. Has anyone else seen the new vidIQ stats on channels? I saw mine yesterday and laughed out loud at their numbers. Uh-oh. If I saw it, I ignored it. I'm not looking at my numbers so much as I used to. Yeah, Deborah, she was telling me about it. She said her comment box disappeared and there's a hype button there. And I had to think about that because I hadn't heard about the hype button in a long time. It must have released it probably somewhere else because now it's in the US and it wasn't before. And something else, something that I don't like that they're trying right now is over in a couple other countries. I think countries is the right word. Over in a couple other countries, they're trying a pay to hype also. So you can do the free hype or you can pay to hype someone. And that sounds just like paying for subscribers, paying for views. They could do it themselves. Well, they couldn't do it themselves, but if they had a friend, there's too much to corrupt with that kind of thing, in my opinion. Turkey and Brazil are the beta testing for that. Okay, thank you, Melissa. Q-Box is wildly inaccurate. Melissa said the vidIQ box is wildly inaccurate. Oh. And if you want to know the truth, Melissa does better than vidIQ for all kinds of things. YouTube content creator related. She does. She's a magician. Given up watching my numbers and watch hour. I'm so far off monetizing with watch time. I finally got past 2,000, but barely. And why that matters is, it'd be nice to get paid for what we do, not from our subscribers necessarily. They have all kinds of things. I could put, super chats and things like, what's that, the group thing that goes underneath? Deborah needs coffee. Yes, we all need coffee. And pardon me while I'm drinking my coffee so rudely without saying anything. My head is going to do me in this morning. I don't even know what I just said. I got distracted. And my subscriber only chat is on. So if you have subscribed today, you can chat with us next week. Yeah, Melissa says she knows our audience better than vidIQ. I think they're gamer centered, not aimed at ladies who sew. I absolutely agree. Okay, let's see what's on my notes real quick, and maybe I can remember what I started to say and then interrupted myself and didn't. Let's see. I said last week fall starts September 22nd. This is last week's list. Yesterday, the block of the month released, hashtag hat trick quilters, exclamation hat trick quilters will get you, I think, my playlist. It released yesterday from all three of us. Check out Melissa, Sylvia's, and mine. We all do something different. I'm doing Shattered Stars, and I'll tell you, I was a little bit crushed. I know there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to, things. I thought Shattered Stars was original until somebody Googled it yesterday. There's a few other patterns. They're not, the same, and they're not me, but there's a few other patterns. And I was like, man, I thought I had a good title for it. It is a good title for it, but I thought it was original. And as I keep getting reminded, there's nothing original under the sun. Stop it. Let's see. 10 a.m. Mom and Pop are on after me. Central Time, 11 Eastern Time. Now, I can't remember if Halo is there. We'll be doing a video this week. She goes to Utah because I can't remember her reason for going to Utah, but I personally think it's because she knows that's where Lori Holt lives. And she's supposed to be meeting her. Very cool, huh? Halo Inspirations is who I'm speaking of. Let's see. October 4th will be Babes and Booze, and I have ordered most of my fabric. I forgot that I wanted to get some reflective fabric. I got glow-in-the-dark fabric that should be coming any day now from Halo, and when I say her customer service is spectacular, I ordered before I left last Wednesday morning. She had a big event. It seemed like a big event to me, with the Grace Company that she sells their products, and she did an event with them. But that morning, first thing, I mean, they had to have just opened. Boom. My order was out. I ordered it like 6. As soon as they got in, it was out the door, ready to ship, or been shipped. And I was like, awesome. $5 flat rate shipping, over $100 free. Let's see. Mental Health Month, and it is also National Sewing Month. There is no show this week for Halo. She's going to Utah with a garden of quilts. See, I knew there was a quilt thing related, but I thought mine was better. She's going to stop Miss Lori. I'm so terrible. That's got to be the most untrue thing I've said recently. Thank you, Sherry. Sylvia says she has her glow-in-the-dark fabric ready. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Deborah. Let's see, which happy birthday do we sing? I don't think we want me to sing. So we're going to say happy birthday. I've kind of got voice. Oh. I wonder if there's a reason mental health and sewing days are together. That's a good question. I didn't realize it was National Sewing Month until I got an email from Fat Quarter Shop, which brings me to another point. Exclamation Basic. I'll bring up their link. Their basic of the month is Riley Blake, and it is, I think it was under $7 a yard. It is a great price if you want to build your basic stash. I am not an affiliate with them. I don't get anything for telling you this. I like a good deal. I'm on a very tight budget. Had I not bought my glow-in-the-dark fabric and all this ridiculous tech, I would be taking advantage of that. And let's see. Thank you, Melissa. I imagine Halo will hear me say that she's stalking Lori, but I'll have to email her. We love Halo. Let's see. Basic of the month. Oh, Jelly Roll Day is the 20th. Now, Melissa, you can help me with this one. I heard Mom say that there won't be a live one Saturday. Is that right? Do you know? There's so much going on. Happy birthday, everyone says to Deborah. Thank you, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And we're going to stop there. Pardon me. Oh, this coming Saturday is no live for Mom and Pop. I knew it was coming up. Jelly Roll Day is the 20th. And Fat Quarter Shop, I don't remember how long the stream is going to be, but they are doing a long stream with a lot of giveaways. Now, we watch Mom and Pop that day. So, multitask. Sylvia missed the... Ooh, nice. Melissa says she missed the live this last weekend, but I know she's traveling. Deborah is going to Kentucky this week. Probably will buy some fabrics when I go to Backyard Fabrics. Nice. This Saturday, Melissa is going to the Mom and Pop Oh, they're going to be down in your neck of the woods. Nope, next Tuesday. They're traveling. Let's see. So we got the jelly roll day down, and we're going to talk about the short I put up Sunday. Just for a second. I know it was weird. I know. I had a better plan in my head coming out. What had happened is I was donating plasma. It was near the end of the donation. I was on my last return, and I had this brilliant idea that I was going to do a collage with some of my stuff in my phone, and put up a song that, well, that day is a hard day for me, and so it was just going to be kind of something for me. Well, I got a couple up, and then my vein popped. Started getting a bubble underneath my skin, and I apologize if that grosses you out. Anyway, so I cut that off really quick, and I just put it up. Oh, so that's why the awkwardly weird short for Sunday. Yeah, it's bruised. It happens, but it was at the end, so they were doing the final return. I lost some red blood cells that they couldn't return to me. I'd love a she shed. I don't have nowhere to put one, Sylvia said. Oh, Lois has a she shed. Let's stop being difficult, saying words like that. Lois Quinn is hosting a group at her place. I envy Lois's she shed, Melissa said. Didn't like that at all, woman. I'd rather Wayne have a he shed where he can keep his junk. Melissa said, oh, I get that. Right now, it looks like our living room is my she shed. We could put one on the back of our property. Can't afford one, but we could put one on the back property. All right. So my sewing machine's not even completely set up. This was my block of the month. It's not as bad as it looked in the picture. Maybe I really needed to give it a good spray and fix this. The seam right here is bugging me. I loved this. I probably didn't. Oh, you just don't know how well I nailed that video last Tuesday when I had no mic on. It was going to be spectacular, and it was accurate, and it was on the, it was just as professional as I'm going to get. And then there was no mic. Darn it. So you can see this one is part FPP, part traditional piecing. I'm just going to take that apart and fix it, but I'm thinking I really don't want to. Why? I have this problem with corners sometimes. What I need to do is repress this so I get this right here out. This is a crinkly bit right here. That's just a pressing issue. This, I think, was a bias issue. All stretchy. See, I could fix that today. I could start. No, I can't. I forgot to starch my fabrics for the cute boot pattern. It's a free pattern. I don't have the link to it offhand. It's says Bernatec's canvas, Yellowstone, free pattern, cute boot, free pattern design by Virginia Cole. I did not realize until last week that is FPP. I was like, oh, that's cute. I can make that. Of course I can make that. It's FPP, but I try to do less FPP and more traditional piecing because it reaches more people. These stars, that is so not fair. I got that cute, helpful flying geese ruler by Creative Grids from Halo. I'd ordered that, and I was like, oh, I have an opportunity to use that. Nope. These are not basic flying geese, but I did make my own flying geese FPP for them because how did they have those made? I think they may have had HSTs, or it was still in flip. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it was HSTs. But anyway, so I made 20 of my own flying geese for them. Boot pattern. Awesome, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you. Melissa shared the boot pattern in case you're interested. But these are the fabrics. I thought this one, let's see, and I got these years ago. Can't even tell you where I got them from. I thought that would go pretty good with this one. And when I get charm packs, I always get two. That's not true. Occasionally I'll get one. If it's you can only get one on sale. No, I'm not making this. This is the Lauren Marino trash can. This is my letters printed wrong because I decided to reprint them for no reason at all. I thought I had stuff in here that just I needed to do. Apparently I've got junk in here. That is a tote that I'm going to make. I've still got the boxed thing that I was going to make for my cousin's daughter, and I'm just a horrible cousin for not doing that. And then that's for the little boxed pouch. I tried to do in the school colors because I was going to send it to her. And I'm going to get that done eventually. Let's see. I love that. Oh, let me scroll up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me scroll up. Deborah said, me too, Melissa. And then Melissa says, well, I want easy access to the bathroom, kitchen, and the coffee pot. So you want my house. Yeah, it's easy. Easy. As long as you're willing to sew in the living room. Sylvia says, love that. Melissa says, love that color. Sylvia says, love that block. Thank you. All you ladies did awesome projects yesterday. Thank you, Deborah. Thanks, Deborah. I finally finished elephant and made it into cushion yesterday. Oh, I like elephants. And Melissa says, thank you, Deborah. I was worried that folks wouldn't like a block with felt applique. Love that country charm pack. I'm working on a Christmas tree wall hanging that I've been picking Coleen's brain on. Yes, she has. She has. And it's beautiful. I'll cook, Coleen. You can clean. We'll be fine. There you go. We've got it figured out. I clean, she cooks, because I don't cook. And I like to clean. I'm weird like that. All right. And then also in this box of I'm going to do is my Yoder block of the month number 5. Number 5. She is on what, 7 now? But I changed it to FPP for me, and these were all set up, ready to sew, all pretty. And then I just gave them a good shake, apparently. Maybe we'll do that. I'll have to bring up the picture so I can see what happened. Let me see if I can bring that up and we can work on that a little bit. What time is it? 7:30. Because that one is one I really want to do. I don't cook or clean, so I'll be happy with you too. You have Alan. Don't be greedy. Oh, daughter-in-law this weekend was nesting. She had a room that we had worked on a few weeks ago because, they moved, and one room usually becomes a catch-all for the things you don't want to unpack right then because you're just exhausted and working and all that. She sent me a picture. It's completely cleaned out. She has the babies. They're expecting baby. They have 2 swings. Well, one's a swing and one's more of a, I don't know what you call it. Kind of a rocker. Anyway, she sent me a picture of her granddaughter. She had 2 of her baby dolls, one in each swing, and then she was sitting there on the floor just watching them. It was so adorable. That works for me, Deborah. My cousin and I have always said that when we're old widow women, we're going to live together somewhere. What Deborah said? I will do dishes. Deborah will do dishes. We've got it figured out. Let's see. Do I have this pattern? Hopefully I don't mess anything up. My computer should be strong enough to do what I'm trying to do, which is find my pattern for Corianders. I was trying to stick with her colors, so I might have to look that up. This is number 5. Give me just a second. I'm trying to find it in my computer. I found it. I just need to, and maybe laundry. I can do laundry. I need a little help getting it out of the washer and out of the dryer sometimes if I've done too much, but says the woman who still has laundry sitting on the floor in her bedroom, because that's my husband puts my clothes on my buffet back there that I use as a dressing table kind of. It's just decoration really and holds some stuff. But all right, shouldn't do that, by the way. Pull it out like I just did. I had thread all over me. He puts it on that buffet, and I don't like it on the buffet until I can get to it. I had a lot of problems this weekend, so I didn't get to mine. And last night I threw my little pile on the floor by the dresser. And I thought I dare him to say something to me. He won't. I wash all day. I just hate putting it away. Folding. My back does not do folding well. Well, let me bring up another tab and I'll try to get to Corianders, because that'll at least show me the colors. I know I have her site saved. There it is. Coriander Quilts is her website, and that's where she puts her free patterns. There's links underneath her videos if you've missed them, if you want to see them. I'm using Coleen fabrics mostly. It is a beautiful, I'm going to have to go back with my number 5. It is a beautiful line. All Coriander's lines are beautiful. Give me just a second, and I'll share this link to her. I'll just share it to the page 5, number 5, so you all can see what I'm doing. If you're on a computer and want to bring it up, there it is. Okay. I don't know if I find that very helpful for what I'm doing. But she's even using, when she has you do the corners and cut them off like a sew and flip, she even has you keep those, because she has something for you to do with them later in the quilt, which is brilliant. So you're not wasting. I wanted to do them smaller because, of course, I wanted to do them in another way. Let's see, copy that link. Here we go. I have way too many tabs up. Doctor appointment Tuesday. Good luck with your doctor's appointment. I'll trade you, Deborah. I have to go 2 hours away to doc appointment. Dee Dee, oh, I know, grandbabies. It was so cute. Good morning, Rita. Let's see if I can get her. Whoops. Now, quit that. Good morning, Rita. I saw you did a late night one the other night. Live. Why can I not click the 3 dots by your name? Come on. There we go. I bet one of my moderators have already beat me to it. I am going to share hers because it's very calming, nice, fun, kind of a day in the life things a lot, which I like. Here, whoops. I guess I should have labeled what I put. This is Rita's channel if you want to check her out. There we go. I was looking at her garden. Oh, see, I told you. Should beat me to it. Can I edit that? I dropped a link to Corey Yoder's vlog, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But I did not say who it belonged to. Let's see if I can fix that. Copy. Corey's BOM. That's what we'll call it.
Nope, none of us beat you to it. Let's see if that works. Does that link work? Do not. I got scared for a second. I thought I clicked it and I was like, oh, it's going to take me out of the live and then I'm going to have all kinds of issues and you guys are not going to be happy about that. I don't think that. That shouldn't be taking me to, it's taking me to YouTube. It shouldn't take me to YouTube. Copy. Oh, I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted. Let's try this. Oh, too many links this morning. And by the way, I replaced a bunch of my links with my Amazon affiliate links. I am an affiliate with Amazon. So if you click on my links, I do get a little something if you buy something. If you don't, that's okay. If you just want to check out what I put up there and price compare, I get that. I do it all the time. Okay, that does take you where I want it to. For some reason, it wasn't opening. I was double checking the Corey Yoder Coleen. I don't know why I have moderators. Why you have moderators, Melissa says, because they keep me out of trouble. And they're usually faster than I am. Rarely do I get to sit here and just touch the tech. My back's usually turned. That is a beautiful, bigger orange block behind you on the wall. Thank you. That is one of Corey Yoder's blocks from a free sew through Fat Quarter shop. All of these blocks were free. I redid her flower blocks into FPP. Thank you so much, Rita. And you're welcome for sharing your link. A rising tide lifts all ships. In it together. Don't lift everybody up. Thank you so much, Rita. She says all of them are beautiful. That's what I was working on when I went in my rut. So I need to get that back up so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Choices. I can see my YouTube or I can see this. Let's fix that. Maybe not well planned today, but it could be worse. All right. I cannot see my chat now, and that bothers me because I have FOMO something awful. Check crochet pattern, Sylvia says. Oh, she got it. Nice. Oh, thank you, Rita. She says, I just now remember to give you a thumbs up. I appreciate that. YouTube appreciates that. All right. Now I've got my picture. And we'll see if I can do it from the picture. I usually blow it up. Why is this? Just a second. It should give me another little thing at the bottom, but it's not. Hang on. I'll show you what I'm seeing on my computer. Pardon me if you get seasick. So I've got my live over here in the studio thingy, and I've got Corey over here, and I hope I didn't show anything I shouldn't show. It's not my pattern. I'm not giving anything. I just made myself an FPP from it, and I'm going to try to recreate that. That's the idea. It will be helpful if I change my threads. And I'm certain there's still a universal needle in here, 9014. That would be a zipper foot. Let's see. This is the piecing foot. You want to line the pieces up right on this edge, not back here, right up there. And this is a Brother CP60X. I'll have to get that boot thing fixed for next week. I have a little, whoops. That was uncalled for. Whoops. I have a little organizer down here that I have taped. Pardon me, I'm sorry about that. I taped to the leg brace. It works really good for these threads. I may run out of this thread. You want your arm here all the way up, or this will not catch properly. Hey, it worked. This one usually gives me fits because it's mean like that. Get it in the center, which is one on this machine. Lifting up that. You only even see barely. We'll change. Oops. We'll change that in just a second. I like my threads more even. All right, we're going to move a little bit. Close your eyes. If you get vertigo, we don't want to set that off. Okay. And don't look at my tore up porch because that's rude. That's not why you were invited here. One of these days, just a second. There's way too much to that side, not enough of this side. How's that? Are we okay here? I cannot see chat. It's going to be an issue. Oh, there. Now I can see both. Ouch. Not cool. Not cool. I have made a mess of my pins. I have bent them and oh my goodness. Really, really need to get me some budget for new pins. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, 2.5. No, I'm going to go down to this machine does a 1.4 or 1.6. Most people say 1.5, so I'm 1.4, 1.6. Whatever I feel like is what I'm going to do. Now let's see if I can figure out where these went. Man, somebody had it together when they did this and then didn't. You know what? These are still together, so I'm going to sew them. I glued my first piece on right side out. Right, yeah. Pretty side out, so pretty sides together. And then I glued it using the Roxanne's glue base that I got from Halo, except for I have put glue in the bottle because I really like that tip that they use. And I'm just going to start on the line and sew all the way off. So we're going to get some sewing done. And it's the one I wanted to do. I think that's the problem. I've been doing the ones I should do, and I want to do the one I want to do. Sounds like a chainsaw. And I'm going to chain piece these. These are the edges that are touching the center block. Again, hers is not FPP. It is traditional EPs. She gives you all the measurements. She does how to put it together and all of that. I just wanted a different size because I was going to make a table topper. I've rethought my table topper, but I'm still going to make it. May not go on the table. Somebody has too much stuff on the table. Why are we acting like that this morning? Have to clean off my big singer to be able to sew. I keep moving the piles from one place to another. I have a pile that is going to be a tote, you know, like a stuff tote. that has moved all over my living room. It's usually on this chair. There are lots of pretty blocks of the months going on right now. I guess every month. I just don't get to see everything every month. And Sherry, Chelsea and Sherry, do I have those names right? There was another mother-daughter group that isn't anymore. The mother retired, I think. And I'm always getting them confused. I'm going to leave that one on there for a minute. I need more space. Because I want to iron those. I've been very particular about these that I've done, trying to do them all the same, which means starching and ironing. And see how dirty my iron is. Are the leaves changing already there? Yeah, they started changing like 2 weeks ago. And the weather is changing. It was 50s this morning when I got up. That one. No, let's turn a little bit more. There we go. I use templates for these, so they should all fit if I start out with the right 1/4 inch, and that one's going to have to be redone. Right there, not okay. One of my seam rippers, the one that I want, went into hiding after I used it last week. And I was saying that on my video, if this 1/4 inch of the first piece isn't on there correctly, your next piece is not going to be correct either. Good morning, Deb. 42 at this morning over at Deborah's. Deb Pug Mama Quilter. I can be a pile shifter sometimes. That's basically what this, what do you call this thing that I put everything in? Tray? It's basically what the tray is. It's my piles. Everybody's saying good morning to Deb. Not going to get far at this rate, am I? It's just completely sideways right there. Be careful not to rip my fabrics. Now, Kimberly Jolly does not rip like this. I cannot see those stitches. She does such a good job. She's like, you just pick this stitch and this stitch. And I was like, I can't see those. Blind as a bat. I'm trying to get the threads and not the fabric. There we go. I can't see the threads like this either. I am just... Right there should have went down. So I've got everything in the wrong spot. I could trim the 1/4 inch down on this, but I'm just going to guess better than I did when I put it on. There we go. That's me guessing. And then I'm going to line this up with that. I may have to do this more than once. They all look too big to me. I'm just going to go all the way across it again. papers are coming apart. It's fine. I can glue those back together. I don't think it's necessary. I did. I did that on every one of them. Okay. Seam ripper party. Yay. Every one of them. Good grief. What was I doing when I put these together? Wait. Make sure it's... Okay, that one's short, but it's still well within the seam allowance. So you know what? We're not going to pick that out. 12-foot counter in my sewing. Yeah. Deborah has lots of space, which means she's filled it. See, this one looked too big, but it still covers that entire area. So I'm not going to pick it out. Let's try this one. That one works. I'm not, you know, I don't know how to say it, forcing the fabric over. I'm holding it with these fingers and then just gliding over it. Good morning, Miss Ellen. There's Miss Ellen. I haven't seen you in a while. Are you doing a live today too? I've been seeing some of your Tuesday ones. I keep meaning to mention it and I forget. Okay. So those are good. Now I gotta check this one because it's... Yep, much better. This one I am going to force a little bit, which is not good. Pardon me, I need to scroll back up for a second. Everyone's saying good morning to Miss Ellen. Well, that's 4 that I've got done. I really, really love the design that Corey's done. Really, really need more space. I have plenty of space. I'm not utilizing it very well at the moment. And one of the things that is great in a small space is you put things back where they go. Woman, we know this. This little thing is great. After you pick out your stitches, you rub the end along it and it removes the threads. I'm not so worried about that. I've said it before. I might need that friction pin someday. I may not do best practices, but it works. So do what works for you and what you enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, you need to take a time out. Do not give yourself a headache. And I am horrible about not taking my own advice. Horrible. All right. Got that situated. We'll see where we are. Got my corners up here. Whoops. Sorry, I was dealing with the puppy. Uh-oh. Let's see, this one she has at the bottom. This one's on the left. I know it's hard to see. Let's tilt this camera a little bit more. There we go. This one's over here. The green goes up there away, and this goes over here away. And I might as well put my corners on here while I'm here. Whoops, that's not right. Again, this is a Corey Yoder block. It is her fabrics. Callie & Co. I think Fat Quarter Shop may have some yardage left of this line. I'm pretty sure that they said they didn't have any pre-cuts left. The white is not a Yoder fabric. So I'm mixing them with what I have because I only got the Jolly bar. Then I ordered a couple more yardage. Okay, and this is the first one. Second. All right, they're still kind of in the right order. So my FPP is ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got the rows here as fourth because I started down here with 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So I'm just going to go straight across this line. No, you cannot get this FPP unless maybe Sylvia wanted to make it for you, because I feel like Yoder's design, I won't be providing the FPP. I know. I'm just going to do the entire one. I did have these set up so I could, let's see if we can do that because I like chain piecing. And this one has nothing. That's not right. There we go. I like chain piecing, so let's see if we can do that. Oh, I need to check my connection to your channel. I didn't get your notification anymore. I'm having that trouble. I don't get a lot of notifications, or I get notifications a week later. That is a YouTube thing. It's very frustrating. I used the glue stick to put my first piece on, and then I used that Roxanne's glue based with the fine tip. And there is a link to that under yesterday's video. And then I just sew right there. See, it's all hanging on. I did that sitting in the comfy chair. I did all of this sitting in the comfy chair. That way it's easier on my back. It's easier on my hips. If you have back and hip problems, you'll understand that. I don't cut like most people do. I don't cut my fabrics like most people do. And put that back where it goes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did write on the bottom of all of them. I should turn these upside down, but I'm not going to. Oh, bottom. Bottom. Good deal. All right. I think I can get this to sit here like this. I think. Now with FPP, you just take the top one and press it back. It doesn't matter if it's to the dark or the light, unless you want to take all the papers off and repress them at the end, and then you do you. That kind of craziness is what you want to do. Go for it. Okay. I'm turning them over because I have an odd way of doing things, I realize. Okay, this one is my next piece. Miss Ellen, I've been watching your videos in shorts in the middle of the night. Deborah said. Oh my goodness. I'll still check to make sure I got those posts. Thank you, Miss Ellen. I'm not posting as many long videos as I used to, but I'm still killing it in shorts. Yes, you are, Melissa. You and Sylvia both. See, I think I'm going to do shorts, and then I get busy, and I'm like, that's just not on the top of my list, which would help me if it was, but picking my battles, and that's just not the one I'm picking today or right now. Okay, that was the bottom one. Now this one, I have it already cut, so it's going to go right here, which means it's just going to line up for me right like that. And please don't forget the group funding. I think that lined up. That looked kind of weird for a second. The group funding, the crowdfunding that we're doing for Sylvia at You and the FPP. Oh, I'm on 3. Going so fast, I didn't realize it. Same with this one. No, it goes here. Now, the way Corey does all these, I don't trust that seam allowance, so I'm going to move that down. The way Corey does hers, she's doing HSTs, and then she'll have, right? She is doing HSTs. Pretty sure she's doing HSTs. And then she's using the offcuts at the end of the quilt, which, like I said, is brilliant. And back to Sylvia. Second gen I've had, guys. And I'm going to say it again. If you haven't went over there and gave her thumbs up on all her stuff, you should, because it's amazing what she's doing. And her cell phone isn't newer either. My phone's newer, and it still doesn't let me do lives from it. This is how I chain piece when I do FPP. Does that one fit? You can see the 1/4 inch through the sun right there. Because I'm using templates, they're already they're already the right size, so I'm not wasting anything. And when I cut from the templates, I can put them all together so they're close together. I don't have any trimming or anything to do in between. So you're doing the work up front. Wow, this is quick. My last piece, because I have them all organized. And that's part of the thing of FPP2. Organization helps. If you have questions about FPP or would like to learn FPP, Miss Sylvia, also a link below, is the resident expert. That doesn't mean we all couldn't show you. That just means that she's who I'm going to go to. Get that one down at the bottom. That way I don't get confuzzled. Yeah, I have them in the order. Let's see if I can show you. I have them laid out in this order. This is Coriander Quilts. There was a link put in earlier. I can drop another link in a minute. This is not my pattern. She is doing traditional piecing. Okay, and this piece is going to go like this. So it needs to be flipped over like that. Right sides together. Until my hands are going to start acting up soon. Stupid hands. And yes, stupid is the last resort thing to call things when you run out of things. No, I don't want to leave that on. Okay, my 3rd row. I'm going to do this one and this one. Goes on like this. I have that upside down. This one will go on like this, so I'm going to flip that over. Oh, and Halo has a quilt along going on right now too. She's doing a star quilt with different centers. It's FPP. It's going to be free until the quilt along is over, and then it's going to be a paid. And this will be going right here. So I'm just flipping that right sides together. It will be paid when the quilt along is over. So if you're wanting the FPP, I need to go over there again and see what's up. The last video she did was for, give me a second. I can't think and cut at the same time. The sashing, the borders. I tend to call those something different because that's what my mind likes to call them. I call them block settings. It's what goes around the block before you put it in the quilt. This is my 2nd row, which is here. We're going to check this one in the... Okay, it made it. Can you see this right here? Got my 1/4 inch-ish, between an 1/8 and a 1/4. Don't freak out if it's less than a 1/4. Between an 1/8 and a 1/4. It's going to work as long as you're catching it in the seam allowance with enough that it's not going to pull out on you. And this is top. So my top row is done. We're going to put that right there for now. And this one, right side up, right sides together. I have templates. I'm telling you, templates are just, they are the thing when you're doing FPP. Saves all kinds of time. I'm going to sew across this line, off and off. I really love this pattern. Even in the piece kind, I really love it. I just want it smaller. Oh, that's upside down again. And then let me check the right side. Yep, my right side is here. I'm going to flip that over. I may have made these just a little bit big, which is good. Yeah, that 1/4 inch looks too thick to me. I really don't like making that mistake. So I'm just going to kind of fold it over where this line is in midair because that's how we roll. And I'm going to cut this down to somewhere between an 1/8 and a 1/4. I'm not one of those that can do it exactly, so it was just a little bit, but a little bit is enough to throw this next piece off. Putting that back on there, turning it around. I can still see through it. You can use a light box, a light pad. I have one. Got it really cheap on Amazon. In fact, it was an Amazon Vine find. So I got it basically for taxes at the end of the year on it. And this quilt would be beautiful in any of the Coriander fabrics or the A Quilting Life. Sherry and Camille. Okay, this bottom one is done. I'm glad I decided to do this instead of the boot today, and I apologize for not doing the boot today, but I do need to starch those fabrics. I was out of my quilting groove. That is more than a 1/4 inch. Not worrying about it right now. I'm just going to put it back where it goes, which is 3rd row. Yeah. I love watching your camper videos, Deborah said to Miss Ellen. Oh, crowdfunding for Sylvia Link. Thank you very much. Mama says stupid is what stupid does. Oh, life is like a box of chocolates. You're going to get me in trouble. I don't know how, but you're going to. Okay, I'm going to leave that one on there so I'm not wasting thread. And this is the last one that goes on here. Cut it right there. I know it's going to fit because my templates were cut to size. I could even sew it from this direction and just do the 1/4 inch, but I'm not going to. And see, when you're using templates, you don't have to. Oh, that one looked. That one is sketchy. Can you see this? This is just, yeah, we're going to redo that one. That was a me problem. We have those sometimes. So close to getting it done, too. I bet you I have it done by, oh, let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. Now, stop going through the fabric. It's not why we brought you on board. Yeah, it would help if my hands would stop shaking. I was watching a crime show the other day. I tell you, 48 Hours and Dateline, I watch all the time. I might watch them a couple times. No, the hands are going to cooperate or I'm going to shoot them. Sylvia Method, are you sure that's big enough? I was a little worried about the I'll show you that piece right there. Okay, it's an 8. You're right. You're right. And that's why we love Sylvia. Give it a shove with the iron. Yeah, I get a little rough, which is also great for FPP because it's harder to mess it up when you've got bias edges, which are the stretchy edges. Okay, right sides together. Yep, I'm going to catch that. Thank you, Sylvia. It's so much easier on my hands, but I was watching it, one of the crime shows. By the way, Kimberly Jolly going to True Crime Con. I don't know what it's called, but it's really cool. Very, very cool. Okay, now this one will go up here like this. And they had a guy on there that they were interviewing. It's like, and he was shaken to be all get out. I mean, the guy was just shaken. And he's like, and the guy, one of the officers are like, why are you shaking? He says, I have Parkinson's. Well, then the next time they interview him, not shaking at all. He's only 19 at the time. And he's like, 19's kind of young for that. I am going to trim these. Where am I going to trim these? I'm running out of space. 3 files. See, it's fine. Yes, Sylvia. Yes, absolutely, it's fine. And that is the Sylvia method. It's okay if you can fudge it. Coleen, I still have all my wreaths all over the living room. I picked up my living room. Sherry and Chelsea. Thank you, Deb. Sherry and Chelsea, a quilting life. Their fabrics, oh my gosh. There's just, so much fabric, so little money. What was I doing? I was going to trim. Oh, Halo. Grace Company makes the True Cuts. They did a whole thing on it last week. I think I shared it on my community page. I'm lining my 1/4 inch up right here along my outer line. And majority of FPP is going to be like that. I can't say all because I've seen them without the 1/4 inch line and it drives me crazy. And I'm going to put it back where it goes. And this isn't necessary. This is just me being finicky. But I was finicky on the others, so I'm going to be finicky on this one. When I was watching that cop show, I was thinking about my trimmers. I was like, oh my gosh, stress makes it worse. Stress makes them worse. Just doing can make them worse. And I thought, yep, I'm going to be found guilty of something one of these days, especially the way my husband acts. But no, he did something this. Oh, I was starting to record my voiceover. I was so agitated because things kept going wrong. I sat down. I got all my reviews for Vine done. Well, not all of them, but I did like 8 or 9 for the Vine done. And I get ready to record. Now, my husband hasn't said a word practically to me all day because he's been gaming, and that's how we do. As soon as I set up my mic, get ready to record, he's over there making noises like, and I just looked at him. I just looked at him for a little bit. He could feel me looking at him. And he says, oh, are you going to record? I said, yes, toddler. I am going to record. Do you think you could refrain from doing that? He's like, I'll stop. I was like, no, you won't. And I sat there and I looked at him for a little while. I said, I'm not going to start recording until I'm sure you're going to stop acting like a toddler. As soon as I'm doing something, you've got to do something to agitate, to get my attention. I really do talk to him like that. He knows he does. He knows he's doing it. Okay. See those little pieces right there? It just makes me happy. I didn't have to do it. It would have went together fine. If you watched yesterday's video, I had some pieces hanging off like that, and I didn't trim them off. And it's still driving Bill nuts. Your wreaths, Sylvia method, it's in the seam allowance, leave it. Oh, I saw that. As long as it's within seam allowance, it will hold, Sylvia said. You behave. My dad had essential tremors. Stress made it worse, but he's always ordered soup in restaurants. When I eat, and I don't care where I'm eating, my bowl is up here, my plate is up here, because by the time my hand gets up to my mouth, I've stained 2 shirts recently because for some reason this fool forgot. Oh. Okay, now I'm putting them back in the order that I'm looking at on my screen. I meant to get my little laptop out. My son is convinced, and this is upside down. I can't convince my son that it's not donating that's making me shake. Although he saw me shake before the donating, he's not doing the timeline in his head. Okay, I'm double checking my picture, and oh, isn't that going to be cute? And it's just sewing on the lines. Am I going to pin? Yes, I'm going to pin. Darn. My pin may have tape on it. I'm telling you, I need to order some new ones. But when I was, see, I'm jumping around in my stories. I know. I wondered what Bill is fixing for supper. See, I'm going through this point and the point on the other side. When I was watching them do this, show these and how easy they are to change and stuff, they have one that's ergonomic. I don't know. It's easier on your hands. And when I got home and I was watching the replay, my hands were killing me to the point I couldn't type well because I have arthritis in my hands. Pretty bad, apparently. But when I was watching that, her son had done example. Deborah, put it down there. Just read the chat. I'm fending for myself for supper. Where is my extra cutter? Miss Dawn over at my quilt projects. Oh, it's probably in my extra drawer over there. Gave me a Martelli one. That thing's kind of rough to change. It's nice, but it's one of those that her son took it, put it in the palm of his hand, and you can use it different ways. You can use it like this or grab it on the side, or he had it in the palm of his hand and like this, straight cut. And I'm like, oh, now that is no pressure. That is no pressure cutting. It's a curved handle. Halo has them, and I think last week there was a sale. She had a 20% off sale. I don't know if it's still going on. You get it at checkout though. I have a video about changing that blade. You do, and I've watched it. Melissa has a video. If you're curious how to change a blade on the Martelli, Melissa has a video for that. Since I have these, I'm not going to put them everywhere, but I am going to get this one ready also, which means right sides together, corners. But I commented on that video that my hands are getting worse with the arthritis. I really need to try one of those. Save up for one of those. They're not as expensive. We're going to talk money. I can't see it. That's close enough. My Quilter Select is the most expensive cutter I have, and I love it. I love it because it's metal, and I am hard on things. I've had it since I started quilting because I figured that was the one thing I wanted to invest in, something that wasn't going to tear up on me, because I've torn up Fiskars. I've torn up 2, a 60 and a 45. So, yes, toddler duties. I know, right? I like the little rotary cutters. These are very handy, especially for FPP or circles. Very handy. Going through my intersection here and going through the point there. I need to let this one loose because it did not line. All my pins are going straight so I can anchor them. And this is why they're bent. There's different types of pins. I need to look into that and get some pins that are for thicker. Now these I got just for FPP actually, but for bags and totes and stuff like that. I need to, starting off, not going over my pin because that just makes a horrible noise. Not that I would, hey, I went over my pin, but I didn't hit the pin. It was bent. It was bent before. Following my line, I say that, and I use whatever foot I've got on. Okay, that's pulled my paper, so I'm going to turn it toward that straighter and pinch it with my fingers. And the paper I have on is the newsprint. Do not buy the newsprint unless you just, it is thin, it is easy to get off, but it is extraordinarily high right now. Last I looked, it was like $15, and when I was buying it, it was $5. I know prices go up, but printer paper is cheaper. And look at those points. Every one of them. Yay! And this goes to the top. Good morning, Laura Lynn. Big squishy hugs to you too. She says big squishy hugs because that's what she does. By the way, I meant to put this on my notes when I was talking about you. And yes, I was talking about you. She did a scrappy trash can for the car. Easy, fast, uses your scraps. Cotton fabric is what she was using. And it's a 15-minute video over on their channel if you're interested. It is, oh, it was so cute. So and then they've got the bags they're doing. Almost lost that point. If I pull hard enough, I get it back. Not that we should be pulling our fabrics. And she is on at 10, by the way, just so you know, over at Mom and Pop's again, because I repeat myself, at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. Okay, now I'm looking at my picture up here to make sure I'm getting these the right way. I don't use the, they have markers that that sometimes FPP prints out. I don't use those. It's easier to use the corners as guides and just go right through that corner. Look at all you cool kids this morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Well, now we're all here. And later on, we're going to be over at Laura Lynn's, even if we're lurking, Cross Stitch Tuesday. And it's, I think I'm right, and it's a bear. I watch too much stuff. Sometimes this takes a couple times before I get that lined up like I want it. I'm pinching the papers with my fingers right here to anchor that so they don't slip once I get this going kind of straight. Pinching the papers. Ouch. Sorry. I did not poke myself that time. Yesterday I did it a million times. Afternoon for me, I'm ready to nap. Oh yeah, why do I always miss that? It's afternoon over in the UK. I know that. See, that pin is going straight across. Learned that from Kimberly Jolly, I am pretty sure. Over at Back Quarter Shop. And if you missed it, they are having a basic of the month. Their basic of the month is Riley Blake! Basic. We'll get you a link to them. I am not affiliate. I am not sponsored. I just like a really good deal, and it is. See, with FPP, I don't necessarily have to pin every intersection to get it right. It can make a difference. show you up close. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I love those fabrics. And something else that I just started recently doing, and I forgot to do it yesterday. I think I saw this on Shabby Fabrics. I watch other people all the time. You could press that open now if you want to. I'm just going to pick a side and press it to the side. The paper's trying to come off. It makes it easier to press that seam. I press to the side because I can't. I know people ask that. Well, why do you press this way? Or why do you press this way? Why do you press that way? I don't think anybody's ever asked me that, but I just give them because I can. I was watching Long Armors, and that's how they were doing it. Or they were saying that it was working better for them if you press to the side. So that's why I started doing it. Now, I saw some that press open and are happy with that. But the majority seem to say I press to the side. Mama pops a Long Armor if she's not busy doing and lurking. That one's not. I didn't do great on this one up here. That's all right. I know. Don't show your work. This isn't a math class. Don't show your work. Like that. Anyway. All right. And now I got to put the outside edges on. And this block is done. I have to make that PP up for the next block. Give me a second. Some coffee. Okay. And this goes in the center here like that. This is traditionally pieced the way Yoder does it. So if you want traditionally pieced and all that, go to her because I'm not providing this. It is her current block of the month. And that would just be tacky. See, I'm going to use these two corners to mark right here. I can see through this fabric right there with my window. That makes it nice. Pin as much as or as little as you want to do. That is a dealer's choice kind of thing. Be as finicky as you want to do when you do your blocks. Does it make a difference? Yes. Does pressing make a difference? Yes. Do I always have the bandwidth or the physical ability? No. Whoops. Last week I was picking up over here and I found a pin right down there. I pick it up, I put it away. I look around, I don't see any more because, and this should, you know what, I'm gonna go this way. And I still missed. Then I went over here and I was doing something else and I saw another pin. So then I picked it up and I looked around again. Where are these pins coming from? I don't find another pin. A little bit later, there's another pin there. I found 3 pins in the floor in practically the same spot. Melissa, is your mom messing with me? That thought occurred to me yesterday. Oh, I meant to pin the other side while I was there. See if I can do it from here. Because they're not touching, they're opposites. If you want tips, tricks, FPP suggestions, now is a great time. Unless Sylvia fell asleep. And there are lots of free patterns in FPP out there. I have a beginners, I mean very beginners, like 2 pieces you could practice with for HSTs, because who doesn't use HSTs? I don't. If Melissa's mom isn't messing, I bet mine was. I need to start that over. Deborah says, sitting with my heating pad and it's making me sleepy. I'm going to get mine on when I'm done. and shaking my head. And Sylvia said, LOL, that's so funny. If Melissa's mom isn't messing, I bet mine was, because they're both gone. Oh, so close. So close. There we go. Cut both my fabrics. That one not as good as I would have wanted to. That's all right. That's all right. And I'm not going to pin the center of that because I don't want to. Should start with your needle down. I did not. I am lucky it didn't make horrible noises at me. And that's another random tip. If you send your quilts off to a long armor, ask them what their preference is for your pressing. I heard that from several long armors. Needle down. There we go. Stop that. Let's see. Deborah Holman, I needs to try the method of easing pain. But I have my heat pad hooked up all the time. Time for me to go. Work. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, Dee Dee. And I will see your video Friday at 5 o'clock Central Time over on your channel, My Big Tidy Up. She does all things decluttering, decor, simple DIY, cleaning, tips, tricks, you name it. I'm so busy talking, I didn't finish sewing the crust. Oh, I need to finish this up. It's so close to done. And why did I shut that off? Not enough space to keep things not needed in the way. Have a good day, my friend. Looking forward to what you do next. Oh, papers are coming off over there. That's all right. Red light, new wave. Ooh. Sylvia's awake and cheeky. Okay, I want to make sure I've got put that back right. Again, I have a picture over here in case you missed it. That's what I'm looking at. That is on Coriander Quilts site. I need to get a link to that underneath this video when I'm done. Cross your fingers that I do that. Let's see. Now I'm going to put these sides on. All right. My hands didn't like the angle I had that at. Go through that corner and hopefully should be right there. Right there. Through that corner, which is in the seam on this. And so I don't forget, I want to thank my moderators. Thank you all for joining me and for chatting. It's always fun to have somebody to sew with. And for more fun chat, don't forget Mom and Bob, Laura Lynn, later day. And Miss Ellen, I think, will be on sometime later today. And this pin is bent. Nope. There we go. This time we're going to do the other side. I almost didn't. Again. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah says she'll remind me if I want. Thank you. Yes, please. Can't see that paper so well. So I'm going to say that's right. I have so many things to do that aren't necessarily quilting, but sewing. I get stuck on what do I want to do. I'm telling you, I like doing these. They make me happy. But I've been putting it at the back because I'm a nutcase. And I think that's the technical term for it. Okay, I'm lining this up. I should put another one there. I'm not. I'm just going to hold it. And I'm holding these down firmly with my hand. Get my threads so they don't try to go wonky. Don't need to back stitch or anything. Stay on the line. Don't know if I cut my thread last time. I'm not cutting it this time. It saves a little bit on thread. Whoa, it didn't like that. All FPP is following the lines. In whatever order they use, I usually use ABC 1, 2, 3 order, A1, A2, A3. Like I said, this is not, oh, yeah, I can take that off. So what happened back here? I was not paying attention, and my seams decided to go different ways. This one's up, this one's down, this one's... I should have done better. That's okay, because I can separate them right there and spin the seam, I think. Yeah. Separate them right there, and they'll be fine. But for now, we're going to pretend like we didn't do that. Oh, I almost forgot, Sylvia. The applique Christmas box from C&T Publishing. Sylvia got one. She did a short already with it. It is cool. I don't know that I want that because it is applique. Okay, this one's supposed to be on the bottom. I put those on the wrong side. Doggone it. It'll be fine. I flipped this block when I put it on. This should be up there. Well, it'll do. It'll do. Put the corners on. Stab it through the point. Uh-oh. FOMO. FOMO is happening right now. Miss Ellen says she is on at 1. Thank you. Give us time to lurk or visit over at Laura Lynn's and then lurk or visit over at your house. It's a cool box. I'm getting my daughter to import one to Cricut to cut the pieces. And it gives you directions for enlarging the blocks and everything. It's really cute. Oh, let's see. Did I put that in my bot this morning? I was feeling pretty clever this morning, getting everything in the bot and then not knowing what I was going to sew. Let's see. Give me just a second. I need a drink of coffee. Exclamation box 2. I think I have an Amazon link, and yes, Amazon links are affiliate links. I have box 1 and box 2. I'm going to get back to those. I really enjoyed picking random blocks and doing them. That's crisp. Oh, the applique deck is the last one over in the chat. I just dropped the link to some of the boxes on Amazon. Halo does not have them. That's why it's an Amazon link. That quarter shop may have them. And speaking of what our friend Angel has, my glow-in-the-dark fabric is coming this week from her, hopefully. Her shipping is fast. USPS, on the other hand, and it does what they want. Those papers are coming off and doing me absolutely no good. So I'll just line it up. But she has some glow-in-the-dark fabric, and if you want a different aesthetic for glow-in-the-dark fabric, you can also try, oh my god, it's poking out. Yep, I did just do that. You can also try Fat Quarter Shop, and I think Fat Quarter Shop and Missouri Star have some of this, or have the same line of glow-in-the-dark fabrics, and it's just a different design. I like the one over at Halos. Okay, yeah, we're getting kind of too much with the scissors. That needs to be pulled up. Line the edge up. Don't need to cut it. Line the edge up, woman. So I think now I am 2 blocks behind Coriander Quilts. Needle down. I have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and the Christmas box, Deborah says. They need to stop making those boxes. I was on with collecting them when they didn't have very many, but now they have too many, and that's above my clutter threshold. Not clutter, but stuff. Running out of room to put them. But they are great, especially if you just need an idea. Like a pattern book. I saw Melissa said something. What did Miss Melissa say? There's another one, Deborah, the Missouri Star Quilt Company box. I'm sure it's a mashup of the others. I want that one box. That one and box 3, just waiting for the pennies to add up. Let's see. What boxes do I have? They are not in that drawer. Oh. Well, that's interesting. My rail just fell off for that drawer. I have 3, 1 at Missouri Star Quilt Company, special edition. Give me a second, I'll show you. I should be done by now, but well, they almost fit perfectly in here. Let's have a box parade. This is the half square triangle box. Number 3. I still haven't opened this one yet. And I also have the Christmas box, which I think I moved so these would fit. Which one is this? This is the Missouri Star special edition box that was gifted to me. Whoop. And then I have that one. I don't have the Christmas one over here because it didn't fit in my game of Tetris I was playing. Oh, this. Now my nose is going to itch. Okay, so I've got these two. I'm going to really, really be wishing I redid that for a few days. Flip those back. And then I'll forget that it's done at all. Thread there. That's probably what was giving me problems over here. Should cut Well, that's nowhere near where it should be. At least that paper stayed on. There we go. FPP may seem overwhelming, especially if you're a new quilter. It would be great to learn FPP early. Why? Because you're not set in your ways with reversed images and such that FPP does. Melissa said, oh, I already saw that. Well, let's not do that. That's what's wrong. That's straight on that. Nothing. Nothing on the back of the fabric. It sounded like I ripped the paper off, didn't it? Well, I cut that one crooked. We're not going to talk about that. we're gonna get it on there lined up the best we can, and then we're not going to tell anybody what we did, because by the time it's ironed and quilted, no one will know. The reverse imaging is what throws everyone who does FPP off, is what Sylvia said. Yeah. You notice I'm flipping mine over this way instead of leaving it this way to do. Pretty sure that's a Sylvia tip. That paper is not helping me at all in this corner. Really? Me. LOL. Sylvia is helpful. Do I have any papers that I want to fill? Hang on to your threads. Stop that. I've got all kinds of things trying to go wonky on these corners. I don't know where that came from. And I'm sorry I'm keeping y'all so long. I do it every time, so hey, did not hold my threads good enough. It's trying to not. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't hang on to your threads. Nice little knot, then you get 3 threads and you guess the wrong one to cut. Wow. The possessed machine is being very cooperative today. I shouldn't have said that until after the live. And I did it again. I did not hang on to that thread. So it'll work. I got one, but I didn't get both. All right, finally. Had I known which one I was going to do, I would have started it earlier. Take care of that rubbish in a little bit. And this is my version, FPP version, of a smaller Coriander Quilts. Block number 5, block of the month for 2025. And it's going to go up there on my design wall, and I'll show you that in just a second. My big machine likes to tangle the threads up in a knot if I don't hang on to them. So do these. Almost did it right. This line belongs up here. It's all right. It's going to fit in. And I'll show you the rest of them up here on my wall. Let's see if we can see them. Close your eyes for a second if you get vertigo. Oh! Wow, I hope your eyes were closed. Is that not? Well, it's not turning great. So we'll leave it right here. And it's going to go over here with these. That one down there is not part of it. Thank you for joining me while I finish my should have been done months ago block. And I'll show you what I did yesterday. We still tried to. This was going to be a toy tote. I wish I would have made it thicker. I put binding on it. This is pre-made binding, store-bought. And I still need to sew a couple of these seams. It's going to be a 13-inch. I may take that top off and add more interfacing because the binding on the top, I can unstitch and put more interfacing inside of it to try to make it stronger. My son thinks it's okay. He's and we all know they just don't know sometimes. Not being racist, or not being racist, not being sexist. Coriander Quilts, block of the month, number 5. Very cute. Love them. Sherry, are you still on here? Never mind, I was going to ask you a question, but I think we're all whooped and want to get off here and get some heat on our backs and coffee in our tummies, maybe some food. Looks fantastic, Laurelyn says. The tote's cute. Melissa said, thank you both. Take care of everyone. Great block and love the tote, Sylvia said. My big machine. I saw that already. I have some panels I want to use up soon. I'm going to have to discuss with Deborah what size panels those are. And thank you all. Sherry said no halo this week. Right. No halo this week. But you can check her block of the month, not block of the month. It's a sew along. Her sew along that she's doing over on her channel. And Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Hugs to the chatters and hugs right back at you. And I know a few people that are going to be very happy. Well, a few, everyone. When you get down to Florida to give hugs. Wish I could go there. Uh-oh. I looped. Okay. Sylvia, you scared me. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, moderators. Great job. I am going to put that Coriander Quilts block that I just did in here one more time to make sure you see her channel. And Deb says, whoops. Take care, everyone. Try to get my mouse in there. I'm going to get this in here one more time. Coriander Quilts. I'm shortening it, so if you drop the live chat when it comes up, you can go see the block that I'm doing. And if you go to the first page of her blog, you can see where she is, whoops, with hers. Oh, no, you don't, computer. Take care. Have a good day. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for taking time out of your day. It really helps me keep going when I'm sewing and when I'm doing YouTube. Because sometimes I'm just like, YouTube. But I love the people. So take care. Love you guys. Be the light you hope to see on others. And I'll be here again next week.